New Zealand has one of the highest suicide rates in the world. This video is to show the support for mental health awareness within our school and our society. Mental illness is normal and it affects 1 in 5 people around you. We believe that mental health should be something people feel comfortable talking about. The photos in this video are from individuals who think that mental illness should be normalised and talked about within Kapiti College.
Kia ora, I'm Ella and I fully support speaking out about mental health at Kapiti College. I think mental health is definitely something that needs to be talked about and raised awareness of, so I really support what is happening here.
Alright, so none of us, I don't think, even knows whether or when we're going to be affected by mental illness, and we certainly don't know when somebody that we know and love is going to be affected by mental illness. And I think that you go through life thinking that things will always be the same and that people will always be the same. And growing up, I grew up not realising that, or the rest of my family not realising that my mother was bipolar, manic depressive they used to call it, which means that she did at times some quite bizarre things which as a child we thought were normal, and only as adults did we realise were quite strange and at times bizarre behaviour. I have 2 sisters-in-law who have suffered from schizophrenia, and I say suffered from schizophrenia really because it has ruined their lives. I guess 18 to 20 it was really noticed. In both cases that was dabbling in drugs really that set it off, but there were other things in their lives. And from that point they spent time in and out of institutions, and they had a lot of difficulty with it, and it was only in much later years, I think, that they began to get control of it, and also that their families began to accept it and understand that what they were going through was not their fault. That wasn't something that they should be punished for, it was something that needed to be understood. And everybody needs to understand that they're but for absolute like all of us. And that mental illness is not an abnormal thing, whether we like it or not. It's a normal thing, and we need to recognise it, and we need to address it, and we need to have sympathy for those who are affected by it and help them the best we can.
Journey through mental health has been a long and ongoing one that began in my early teens. My depression really took hold when I was 15 and it escalated from there. At that time I was self-harming daily. I was tried on many different antidepressants until the October following my 17th birthday when I had my first suicide attempt, and that had me admitted to the Rangatahi Adolescent Mental Health Unit in Kenepuru. I was there for a total of 9 weeks. When I was discharged, I still suffered major bouts of depression and also periods of manic moods, and in that time I was diagnosed as having bipolar 2, so after being put on the correct medication I was finally able to start feeling like my old self again. Throughout all of this time I had amazing support from my family and friends, which is 100% what got me through. I did at times feel though that I actually couldn't talk to some people about what was going on, and that was really difficult. But now, a month before my 20th birthday, I look back and I can see how far I've come. I'm a mother to a beautiful little girl who reminds me to stay strong. It's been a whole year since I last self-harmed and 18 months since my last suicide attempt. I still struggle at times, but because I am now comfortable reaching out and asking for help, I'm able to manage all the things that are bringing me down. I feel that if more people who were suffering felt that they could reach out and ask for help as soon as they needed it, less lives would be permanently damaged by the downhill slope that comes with mental health. There shouldn't be embarrassment in feeling low and asking for help. Everyone should have someone that they can go to when they need support. Suicide and institutionalisation could be avoided if that was the case. I reckon that we should talk more, share more, and then there'll be more hope for recovery.